What if I told you that the key to a happier, more resilient life is hidden in ancient philosophy? Intrigued? Then stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover could transform how you see the world and yourself. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers profound life lessons that are surprisingly relevant today. Imagine living a life where you're less affected by stress, more in control of your reactions, and able to find peace in any situation. Through Stoicism, you can achieve this by understanding and mastering your own mind and emotions. This isn't just about theory. It's about practical steps you can take every day to improve your life. In this video, we'll explore how these timeless teachings can reshape your perspective, helping you to handle life's challenges with a calm and steady mindset. So, are you ready to uncover the secrets of Stoicism and start changing your life for the better? Keep watching. The first lesson involves embracing the present moment. Imagine this: you're stuck in traffic, horns blaring, frustration bubbling up. Instead of letting it ruin your day, what if you could just accept the situation, maybe even chuckle at the absurdity of it all? That's the essence of living in the present. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond. By focusing on the present moment, we free ourselves from the anxiety of the future and the regrets of the past. Picture yourself at a dinner with friends. Instead of being glued to your phone, you engage in lively conversation, savor the food, and really enjoy the company. This shift in focus from distractions to the here and now can dramatically change your life. You'll find more joy in everyday activities and become more resilient to stress. So, next time you catch yourself worrying about tomorrow or dwelling on yesterday, take a deep breath and bring your attention back to what you're doing right now. You'll be amazed at how much richer your life feels. The second lesson involves understanding what you can control and what you can't. Imagine you're outside, and suddenly it starts raining. You didn't bring an umbrella, and now you're getting soaked. Instead of cursing the weather, Stoicism teaches us to accept the rain. You can't control it, but you can choose how you respond. Maybe you decide to laugh it off and dance in the rain, or find an awning and wait it out while enjoying your favorite podcast. This mindset shift is all about redirecting your energy toward what you can control. Think about a stressful work situation. Your boss assigns you an unexpected project with a tight deadline. While you can't change the deadline, you can control your approach. By staying organized and focused, you can tackle the task efficiently without letting stress get the best of you. Stoicism helps us realize that fighting against what we can't change only drains our energy. Instead, by accepting those things and focusing on our actions, we become more effective and less stressed. So, the next time you face an uncontrollable situation, remind yourself to control what you can and accept what you can't. This small adjustment can bring a surprising amount of peace and productivity into your life. The third lesson involves understanding the power of perception. Think about how two people can experience the same event, but walk away with completely different feelings about it. Imagine you're at a party. One person might see it as a noisy, overwhelming hassle, while another sees it as an exciting chance to meet new people and have fun. The difference lies not in the party itself, but in how each person perceives it. Stoicism teaches us that our perception shapes our reality more than the events themselves. For instance, let's say you spill your coffee first thing in the morning. One way to see it is as a disastrous start to a terrible day. But another way to see it is as a minor inconvenience you can easily clean up and move on from. Same event, different perceptions. By training ourselves to adjust our perceptions, we can change how we experience life. A rainy day can be seen as dreary, or it can be a cozy opportunity to curl up with a good book. An argument with a friend can be seen as a relationship-ending catastrophe, or it can be a chance to understand each other better and grow closer. This perspective shift is not about ignoring challenges, but about reframing them in a way that empowers us. So next time you face something that seems negative, take a step back and ask yourself if there's another way to see it. You'll be surprised at how a little change in perception can make a big difference in your happiness and resilience. The fourth lesson involves practicing gratitude. Imagine you're running late for work, and you accidentally spill coffee on your favorite shirt. It seems like the universe is conspiring against you, right? But what if, instead of focusing on the mishap, You took a moment to appreciate the fact that you have a job to go to and coffee to drink. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, making us more content and less stressed. In Stoicism, gratitude is not just a feel-good practice. It's a powerful tool for changing our mindset. For example, think about a time when something didn't go as planned. Maybe you missed your bus. But in that extra waiting time, you met someone who became a good friend. By recognizing and appreciating the unexpected positives, we train our minds to focus on the good in every situation. Let's say you're stuck in a meeting that feels never-ending. Instead of grumbling, you can reflect on how this job allows you to provide for your family. It might seem small, but these moments of gratitude can transform our outlook. Picture yourself at the end of a long day, exhausted and ready to collapse. Instead of dwelling on the fatigue, think about the moments that made you smile, like a colleague's joke or a child's hug. Practicing gratitude can be as simple as spending a few minutes each day writing down 3 things you're thankful for. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to see more positives, making you more resilient to stress and adversity. So, the next time you're faced with a challenging situation, pause and find something to be grateful for. It'll surprise you how much lighter and more manageable life can feel when you make gratitude a daily practice. The 5th lesson involves embracing adversity. Imagine you're hiking up a mountain, and suddenly, the path becomes steep and rocky. Many would see this as a reason to turn back, but a Stoic would see it as an opportunity to build strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that challenges are not obstacles but stepping stones to personal growth. Think about the last time you faced a daunting task at work. Instead of dreading it, you can choose to see it as a chance to hone your skills and prove your capabilities. Maybe you're preparing for a big presentation and the pressure feels overwhelming. Rather than succumbing to the stress, view it as an opportunity to shine and demonstrate your expertise. This shift in mindset can transform how we approach difficulties, turning potential setbacks into powerful motivators. Picture this: you're training for a marathon, and midway through your run, it starts pouring rain. Instead of giving up, you decide to embrace the challenge, laughing at the absurdity of running through puddles. This not only makes the experience more enjoyable, but also builds mental toughness. Stoics believe that every challenge we face is a chance to practice virtues like courage, patience, and perseverance. For example, if you miss a flight, instead of being frustrated, you can use the unexpected free time to read a book or catch up on work. Embracing adversity doesn't mean seeking out hardship, but rather facing life's inevitable challenges with a positive attitude. Imagine you're in a difficult conversation with a friend. Instead of avoiding conflict, you see it as an opportunity to practice empathy and improve communication. By welcoming challenges, you develop a mindset that turns obstacles into opportunities for growth. So, the next time you encounter adversity, remember that it's not there to break you, but to make you stronger. Embrace it, learn from it, and you'll find that you're more capable and resilient than you ever imagined. The 6th lesson involves cultivating virtue. Imagine you're playing a game where the ultimate goal is to become the best version of yourself. In Stoicism, this game is played by cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These qualities guide our actions and decisions, helping us live in harmony with ourselves and others. Think about wisdom as the ability to make sound judgments based on knowledge and experience. It's like being the captain of a ship, steering through life's storms with a clear and calm mind. Then there's courage, the strength to face fears and challenges head-on, much like a firefighter running into a burning building to save lives. Justice involves treating others fairly and with respect, like a fair referee ensuring that the game is played honestly. Temperance is about self-control and moderation, akin to savoring a single piece of chocolate rather than eating the whole box. By focusing on these virtues, we create a solid moral compass that guides us through life's ups and downs. Picture yourself in a heated argument. Instead of lashing out, you practice temperance and stay calm, seeking a solution rather than escalating the conflict. Or imagine facing a tough decision at work, where wisdom helps you weigh the pros and cons to choose the best course of action. Cultivating virtue is not just about big, heroic acts, but also about daily choices and small actions that align with our values. For example, You choose to help a colleague with their workload, demonstrating justice and kindness. Or you decide to spend an evening reading a book instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media, showcasing temperance and wisdom. Embracing these virtues transforms our character, making us more resilient and compassionate. So, the next time you face a challenge or a choice, ask yourself how you can act with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By cultivating these virtues, you'll find yourself living a richer, more meaningful life, one step closer to being the best version of yourself. The seventh lesson involves letting go of desires. Imagine you're at a lavish buffet, with every food imaginable laid out in front of you. The natural urge is to try everything, right? But Stoicism teaches us to approach desires differently. Instead of being driven by an endless cycle of wanting more, it encourages us to find contentment with what we have. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy life's pleasures, but rather we shouldn't be controlled by them. Picture this: you're scrolling through social media, and you see a friend's vacation photos. Instead of feeling envy or dissatisfaction with your own life, you recognize that real happiness doesn't come from external possessions or experiences. The Stoic approach is to appreciate the simple joys that are already within our reach. Think about a time you wanted the latest gadget, convinced it would make your life better. Maybe you even saved up and bought it, only to find that the excitement quickly wore off. This is a common cycle, where we chase after desires only to realize they don't bring lasting fulfillment. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to focus on internal wealth, like contentment and peace of mind. For example, think about the joy of spending time with loved ones, the satisfaction of completing a meaningful project, or the serenity of a quiet walk in nature. These are the kinds of experiences that bring true happiness, not the fleeting thrill of acquiring more stuff. Imagine you're at a concert, surrounded by people recording the performance on their phones. While they're focused on capturing the moment, you decide to simply enjoy the music and live in the present. By letting go of the desire to document or compare, you find yourself more immersed and content. Or think about the last time you were stuck in a long line at the coffee shop. Instead of getting frustrated and wishing you were somewhere else, you take a moment to enjoy the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, or strike up a conversation with a fellow customer. By letting go of desires, we free ourselves from the constant chase for more, and learn to find joy in what we already have. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement or stop setting goals, but we do so with the understanding that our happiness doesn't depend on the outcome. So, the next time you find yourself longing for something you don't have, take a step back and appreciate what you do have. You'll discover a sense of freedom and peace that comes from within, making life simpler and more fulfilling. The eighth lesson involves understanding impermanence. Think about the seasons changing. Just as summer inevitably gives way to autumn, everything in life is transient. This concept of impermanence is at the heart of Stoicism. Imagine you're enjoying a warm summer evening at a barbecue with friends. The food is delicious, the laughter is infectious, but as the sun sets, you start to feel a tinge of sadness, knowing the moment will end. Embracing impermanence means accepting that all good things and bad will pass. This realization can bring a profound sense of peace. Picture this: you're savoring a piece of your favorite chocolate cake. Instead of rushing through it, you take the time to truly enjoy each bite, knowing the pleasure is fleeting. This awareness can deepen your appreciation for the present moment. Now, think about a challenging situation, like dealing with a difficult project at work. Remember that this too shall pass. The stress is not permanent, and better times are ahead. Stoicism teaches us to accept the temporary nature of all things, allowing us to find balance and perspective. Imagine losing a cherished item, like your favorite book. Instead of feeling devastated, you recognize that everything we possess is temporary, which can help ease the attachment and the pain of loss. Or consider a joyful moment, like a child's first steps. The beauty of such moments lies in their impermanence, making them precious and worthy of our full attention. By understanding that both joy and sorrow are temporary, we can navigate life with a lighter heart. The next time you're caught in traffic, instead of fuming, remind yourself that this too shall pass. This moment, like all others, is fleeting. By embracing impermanence, we become more resilient to life's ups and downs, finding serenity in the ever-changing flow. So, as you go about your day, practice seeing the transient nature of experiences. You'll find a deeper gratitude for the present and a calmer acceptance of its eventual end. This perspective not only enriches your life, but also prepares you to face the inevitable changes with grace and resilience. The ninth lesson involves practicing mindfulness. Picture this: you're at a bustling coffee shop. The sounds of espresso machines whirring and people chatting fill the air. Instead of getting lost in the chaos, you take a moment to focus on your breath, the warmth of the coffee cup in your hand, and the rich aroma of freshly roasted beans. This simple act of mindfulness transforms an ordinary moment into something special. Stoicism teaches us that mindfulness is not just a modern trend, but a timeless practice that helps us stay grounded. It's about being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts and surroundings without judgment. Think about a time when you were stuck in a long, boring meeting. Instead of letting your mind wander and count the minutes until it's over, what if you brought your attention back to each word spoken, observing your reactions and the dynamics in the room? This practice can make even the dullest tasks more engaging and meaningful. The Stoics believed that by cultivating mindfulness, we can better understand our own minds and emotions, gaining greater control over how we respond to life's challenges. Imagine you're out for a walk, and instead of rushing to your destination, you take the time to notice the vibrant colors of the flowers, the songs of the birds, and the feel of the breeze on your skin. This mindful approach not only enhances your appreciation for the present moment, but also reduces stress and anxiety. Or think about a time when you were caught up in a heated argument. By practicing mindfulness, you can pause, take a deep breath, and respond with calm and clarity rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness doesn't have to be serious all the time. Imagine trying to balance a spoon on your nose just for fun, or noticing how the soap bubbles reflect rainbows while you're doing the dishes. These playful practices remind us that mindfulness can bring joy and lightheartedness into our daily routine. So, the next time you find yourself overwhelmed or distracted, take a moment to practice mindfulness. Focus on your breath, your senses, or even the funny quirks of life. You'll find that this small habit can lead to a greater sense of peace, clarity, and happiness. Embrace mindfulness, and you'll discover the rich tapestry of life's moments unfolding before you. The 10th lesson involves managing emotions. Imagine you're at the airport, your flight is delayed, and frustration is starting to bubble up. This is where Stoic techniques can come to the rescue, helping us manage our emotions with a mix of wisdom and humor. One effective method is to practice negative visualization. Picture this: before your flight, you take a moment to imagine different scenarios. Maybe a delay, losing your luggage, or even being stuck in a middle seat. By mentally preparing for these possibilities, you reduce the shock and disappointment if they actually happen. It's like an emotional vaccine. You're building resilience against life's little disruptions. Another Stoic technique is to reframe your thoughts. Imagine spilling your coffee in a busy cafe. Instead of feeling embarrassed and angry, you could laugh it off, thinking, well, at least I provided some entertainment for everyone here today. By changing the narrative in your mind, you change how you feel. It's a mental trick that turns potential stress into a moment of humor. Picture yourself in a heated discussion with a friend. Instead of letting anger take over, try to see things from their perspective. Ask yourself, what if there's a reason behind their behavior that I'm not seeing? This shift in focus from your emotions to understanding can diffuse tension and lead to more constructive conversations. Consider the practice of mindfulness, which we touched on earlier. When emotions start to surge, taking a few deep breaths can help you regain control. Imagine you're in a long line at the grocery store, impatience building up. Instead of stewing, take a moment to breathe deeply and focus on something positive, like the upcoming weekend or a favorite hobby. This simple act can calm your mind and reduce stress. Cultivating a sense of humor is another powerful Stoic tool. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam, running late for an important meeting. Instead of getting angry, picture yourself as the star of a sitcom, navigating a series of comical obstacles. This playful mindset can lighten your mood and make the situation feel less burdensome. Lastly, remember the importance of acceptance. Stoicism teaches us that some things are beyond our control. Imagine you're disappointed because of a missed promotion at work. While it's natural to feel upset, holding on to that emotion won't change the outcome. By accepting the situation and focusing on what you can control, like improving your skills or seeking new opportunities, you'll feel more empowered and less weighed down by negative emotions. So, the next time you find yourself overwhelmed by emotions, try practicing these Stoic techniques. Embrace negative visualization, reframe your thoughts, practice mindfulness, cultivate humor, and focus on acceptance. By doing so, you'll manage your emotions more effectively and navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and joy. The 11th lesson involves cultivating self-discipline and willpower. Imagine you're at a party, surrounded by delicious but unhealthy snacks. It's tempting to indulge, right? But Stoicism teaches us the value of self-discipline, not as a form of self-punishment, but as a pathway to true freedom. Picture this: you're trying to stick to a healthy eating plan, and the sight of those snacks feels like a test of your will. Instead of giving in, you remind yourself of your long-term goals and the satisfaction that comes from staying true to them. It's like flexing a muscle. The more you practice self-discipline, the stronger it gets. Think about a time when you struggled to get up early in the morning. Hitting the snooze button feels great in the moment, but it often leads to a rushed and stressful start to the day. Now, imagine setting a goal to wake up an hour earlier each day to exercise or work on a personal project. At first, it's tough, but with each passing day, you begin to enjoy the extra time and the sense of accomplishment that comes with it. This is the power of willpower in action. Self-discipline also plays a crucial role in managing distractions. Imagine you're working on an important assignment, and your phone buzzes with notifications every few minutes. It's easy to get pulled in, but Stoicism teaches us to resist these urges and focus on what truly matters. One technique is to set specific times for checking your phone, turning it into a reward rather than a constant distraction. By doing this, you gain more control over your time and attention, leading to greater productivity and less stress. Here's a fun story. Picture a monk who was famous for his self-discipline. He would always resist temptations with a simple joke, saying, "I'd love to, but I'm too lazy to indulge." This light-hearted approach reminds us that self-discipline doesn't have to be a grim exercise. It can be playful and empowering. Embracing self-discipline means making choices that align with our values and long-term goals, rather than giving in to short-term gratifications. Think about a professional athlete training for a marathon. Every day, they push themselves a little further, enduring fatigue and discomfort. The reward comes not just in crossing the finish line, but in knowing they had the willpower to persevere. Similarly, in our daily lives, practicing self-discipline can help us achieve our personal and professional goals. Whether it's learning a new skill, saving money, or maintaining a healthy lifestyle. The next time you're faced with a temptation or a distraction, remember that self-discipline is like building a muscle. Each small act of willpower adds up, making you stronger and more resilient over time. So, whether it's resisting that extra slice of cake or focusing on your work despite distractions, embrace self-discipline as a tool for personal growth. You'll find that the sense of freedom and achievement it brings is well worth the effort. The 12th lesson involves understanding the art of letting go. Imagine your closet. It is bursting with clothes you haven't worn in years. You hang on to them because, well, you might need that neon green jacket someday, right? Stoicism teaches us that material possessions can weigh us down more than we realize. By letting go of what we don't need, we create space for what truly matters. Picture this: you finally decide to donate that jacket in a bunch of other items. Surprisingly, you feel lighter, more organized, and even a bit proud of yourself. This isn't just about cleaning up. It's about freeing your mind from the clutter that distracts you from more meaningful pursuits. Now let's talk about people. Imagine you're glued to social media, constantly comparing yourself to others. Stoicism reminds us that clinging to relationships that no longer serve us can be just as draining as hoarding material goods. Picture yourself unfollowing those who make you feel less than happy. At first, it might seem like a drastic step, but soon you notice a shift. You feel more at peace and less pressured to keep up with every online trend. It's like lifting a weight off your shoulders, allowing you to focus on genuine connections that bring joy and fulfillment. Think about a time you held onto a grudge. Maybe someone cut you off in traffic, or a colleague took credit for your idea. Instead of stewing over it, Stoicism encourages us to let go of grudges, understanding that holding on to anger only hurts us. Imagine taking a deep breath and releasing that resentment. You might even find yourself chuckling at how much energy you are wasting. This simple act of letting go can transform your outlook, filling your life with more positivity and less stress. Picture this humorous scenario. You're at a yard sale, and you see someone selling a collection of rubber duckies. You think, who needs that many rubber duckies? But then you realize you have your own version of rubber duckies, items you don't need but can't seem to part with. By letting go of these unnecessary possessions, you declutter not just your physical space, but also your mental space. Imagine a relationship that has run its course. Maybe a friend from high school with whom you no longer share common interests. Stoicism teaches us that it's okay to let go of relationships that drain us rather than uplift us. Picture yourself having a heartfelt conversation, expressing gratitude for the good times, and kindly parting ways. This doesn't mean cutting people out harshly, but recognizing when it's time to move forward for your own well-being. So, the next time you're faced with the choice of holding on or letting go, remember that true freedom comes from releasing what no longer serves you. Whether it's that neon jacket, a toxic relationship, or a lingering grudge, let it go. You'll find that making space for the things and people that truly matter brings a sense of peace and fulfillment you never thought possible. The 13th lesson involves embracing simplicity. Imagine you're at a fancy restaurant with a 10-page menu filled with complicated dishes. It's overwhelming, right? Now, picture yourself at a cozy diner with a straightforward menu. Burgers, fries, and a milkshake. There's something comforting about simplicity. Stoicism teaches us that life becomes easier and more enjoyable when we strip away the unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. Think about your daily routine. Imagine decluttering your living space, keeping only what you need and love. Not only does this create a more peaceful environment, but it also saves you time and energy that would otherwise be spent managing clutter. Picture yourself waking up in a tidy room, the morning sunlight streaming in. Instead of frantically searching for your keys among piles of stuff, you find them right where they belong. This simple act sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. Consider your commitments. Imagine you're juggling work, family, social obligations, and hobbies. It feels like you're always running from one thing to the next, never fully present in any moment. Now, imagine simplifying your schedule, focusing on the most important tasks and activities. By doing less, but with more intention, you free yourself from the constant rush and find more joy and satisfaction in each moment. Think about your digital life. Picture your phone buzzing with endless notifications, emails, and social media updates. It's easy to get caught up in the digital noise, leaving you feeling scattered and stressed. Now, imagine setting boundaries, turning off unnecessary notifications, limiting social media time, and prioritizing face-to-face interactions. By simplifying your digital life, you create more mental space for meaningful connections and activities. Imagine your diet. Picture a pantry stocked with a jumble of ingredients for elaborate recipes you never have the time or energy to make. It's stressful just thinking about it. Now, imagine simplifying your meals, opting for wholesome, easy-to-prepare foods that nourish your body and mind. Instead of complicated dinners, picture yourself enjoying a simple, delicious salad made with fresh ingredients. This not only saves you time, but also reduces stress and improves your overall well-being. Consider your finances. Think about managing a complex web of credit cards, loans, and subscriptions. It's a headache trying to keep track of it all. Now, imagine simplifying your finances, paying off debt, cutting unnecessary expenses, and focusing on saving and investing wisely. With fewer financial obligations, you experience less stress and more freedom to enjoy life. Imagine your thoughts. Picture your mind buzzing with worries, to-do lists, and endless plans. It's exhausting. Now, imagine practicing mindfulness, focusing on the present moment, and letting go of mental clutter. By embracing simplicity in your thoughts, you find clarity and peace. enabling you to handle life's challenges with greater ease. So, the next time you find yourself overwhelmed by the complexity of modern life, remember the power of simplicity. Whether it's decluttering your home, streamlining your schedule, minimizing digital distractions, simplifying your diet, managing your finances, or quieting your mind, embracing simplicity can bring a sense of calm and fulfillment. You'll discover that a simpler life is not just easier to manage, but also richer in meaning and joy. The 14th lesson involves building resilience. Imagine you're a small ship sailing through a stormy sea. The waves are high and the wind is fierce. But instead of succumbing to the storm, you adjust your sails and keep navigating forward. Stoicism is like learning how to adjust those sails, giving you the tools to withstand life's storms with grace and strength. Think about a time you faced a major setback, like losing a job or dealing with a difficult breakup. Instead of feeling defeated, Stoicism teaches us to see these challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Picture yourself as a blacksmith, forging a sword. Each blow of the hammer, each plunge into the fire, makes the metal tougher and sharper. Similarly, each adversity we face hones our resilience and character. One humorous story that illustrates this is about a farmer and his donkey. One day, the donkey fell into a well, and the farmer couldn't figure out how to save him. Instead of just letting the donkey starve, he decided to bury it alive to end its suffering. But as the farmer shoveled dirt into the well, the donkey would shake it off and step up. With each scoop of dirt, the donkey climbed higher until it eventually walked out of the well. This story is a perfect metaphor for resilience. When life throws dirt at you, use it as a stepping stone to rise above your challenges. Think about the concept of antifragility, which is central to Stoic philosophy. While resilience is about bouncing back from adversity, antifragility takes it a step further, thriving and growing stronger because of the adversity. Imagine a workout routine. The more you exercise, pushing your muscles to their limits, the stronger and more resilient they become. Stoicism teaches us to apply the same principle to our minds and souls. Picture this: you're working on a project, and everything seems to be going wrong. Deadlines are missed, mistakes are made, and stress levels are high. Instead of seeing this as a disaster, you reframe it as a test of your problem-solving skills and patience. Each obstacle becomes a training ground for resilience, teaching you to adapt and persevere. Or think about a time you were stuck in a long, grueling hike. Every step felt like torture, but with each step, you told yourself, "I can handle this." And by the end, the sense of accomplishment you felt was immense. Consider the ancient story of Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, who was also a Roman emperor. Despite facing endless political turmoil, personal tragedy, and health issues, he maintained his composure and effectiveness as a leader. His secret: viewing each challenge as an opportunity to practice resilience and virtue. Imagine channeling that same mindset in your daily life, whether you're dealing with a tough day at work or navigating a personal crisis. Even in small, everyday situations, Stoicism helps build resilience. Imagine you're at the grocery store, and the line is moving at a snail's pace. Instead of getting irritated, you take a deep breath and practice patience. These small moments of intentional calm add up, strengthening your ability to stay composed under pressure. So, the next time you face a storm in your life, remember the lessons of Stoicism. Adjust your sails, shake off the dirt, and use each challenge as a stepping stone to build your resilience. By embracing adversity and viewing it as an opportunity to grow, you'll find that no storm is too great to weather. You'll emerge not just unscathed, but stronger and more capable than ever before. The 15th lesson involves the acceptance of fate. Imagine you're a surfer riding the waves. Sometimes the sea is calm, and your ride is smooth. Other times, the waves are rough, and you get knocked off your board. Amor fati, a central concept in Stoic philosophy, encourages us to love whatever happens, not just to accept it. It's like saying, "Bring it on, life." Picture this: you're working hard for a promotion, but it goes to someone else. Instead of feeling bitter, you think, "Well, this wasn't meant for me. Maybe there's a better opportunity coming my way." By embracing amor fati, you see each twist and turn as a part of your journey, one that's uniquely yours. Think about the ancient story of the frog and the scorpion. The scorpion asks the frog to carry him across the river. The frog hesitates, fearing the scorpion will sting him. The scorpion assures him he won't, but halfway across, he stings the frog. As they both start to drown, the frog asks why. The scorpion replies, "It's in my nature." This story highlights that some things are beyond our control, and instead of fighting against them, we should accept them as they are. Imagine you're an artist working on a painting. Suddenly, you spill a cup of coffee on the canvas. At first, you're upset, but then you decide to incorporate the stain into your work. This unexpected event turns into a beautiful part of the painting. Amor Fati teaches us to welcome the unexpected, seeing it as a chance to create something new and wonderful. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities and finding joy in every situation, no matter how challenging. Picture this: you're planning a picnic, but on the day of the event, it starts raining. Instead of letting it ruin your plans, you embrace the rain, dancing and laughing with your friends. You find joy in the moment, regardless of the weather. Stoicism teaches us that by loving our fate, we transform how we experience life, turning every moment into a valuable lesson and a source of happiness. Think about the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was born a slave. Despite his circumstances, he accepted his fate and focused on what he could control: his thoughts and actions. His acceptance of fate allowed him to rise above his situation and become one of the most influential philosophers in history. This mindset can help us navigate our own lives, finding strength and purpose in every experience. Imagine you're hiking up a mountain, and halfway through, you encounter a blocked path. Instead of turning back in frustration, you take it as an opportunity to explore a new route, discovering beautiful scenery you would have otherwise missed. By embracing Amor Fati, you develop a mindset that sees every obstacle as a chance to grow and find new possibilities. So, the next time you face an unexpected challenge or a change of plans, remember the concept of Amor Fati. Embrace your fate with open arms and a positive attitude. By doing so, you'll find that every twist and turn in your journey adds richness and depth to your life, making it a beautiful masterpiece. The 16th lesson involves the importance of self-reflection. Imagine you're sitting by a serene lake, the water calm and clear, reflecting the sky above. Just like this peaceful lake, Stoicism teaches us to turn inward and reflect on our thoughts and actions. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth, helping us understand our strengths, weaknesses, and true desires. Picture this: at the end of each day, you take a few moments to think about how you responded to different situations. Did you stay calm under pressure? Were you kind and fair to others? This practice isn't about beating yourself up, but about learning and growing. Now let's add a touch of humor. Imagine you had a day where everything went wrong. You spilled coffee on your shirt, missed the bus, and had a tough meeting. Instead of dwelling on the mishaps, you reflect with a smile, thinking, "Well, today was a comedy of errors. What can I do differently tomorrow?" This light-hearted approach to self-reflection allows you to laugh at your mistakes and see them as opportunities for improvement rather than failures. Think about Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors. Every night, he would journal his thoughts, reflecting on his actions and striving to align them with Stoic virtues. Imagine yourself doing the same, writing down your experiences and thoughts before bed. This simple habit helps you gain clarity and insight, making each day a stepping stone toward becoming a better version of yourself. Picture this: you're at a family dinner, and a heated debate erupts over politics. Instead of getting caught up in the argument, you later reflect on why it triggered you. Maybe it wasn't the topic itself, but the way it was discussed. By understanding your reactions, you can approach future conversations with more empathy and patience. This kind of self-reflection helps you navigate relationships more harmoniously. Now, consider the analogy of a gardener. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, pruning and nurturing them, self-reflection allows us to tend to our minds and souls. By regularly examining our thoughts and actions, we can weed out negative patterns and cultivate positive habits. Imagine you're reflecting on a project at work that didn't go as planned. Instead of just feeling frustrated, you ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. This reflective practice not only improves your skills, but also builds resilience and wisdom. Humor can be a great companion in self-reflection. Imagine looking back on a day where you tried something new, like cooking a fancy dish, and it turned out a disaster. Instead of feeling disheartened, you laugh at the culinary chaos and think, well, at least I know what not to do next time. This playful perspective makes self-reflection less daunting and more enjoyable, encouraging you to keep learning and growing. So, the next time you find yourself with a quiet moment, take it as an opportunity for self-reflection. Whether it's through journaling, meditating, or simply pondering your day, this practice helps you understand yourself better and live more intentionally. Embrace it with a balance of seriousness and lightheartedness, and you'll discover that self-reflection is a path to a richer, more fulfilling life. The 17th lesson involves practicing empathy. Imagine you're at a grocery store and you see someone struggling to reach a high shelf. Instead of just walking by, you step in and help them out. This simple act of understanding and sharing another's feelings is the essence of empathy. Stoicism teaches us that by practicing empathy, we not only improve the lives of others, but also enrich our own lives with deeper connections and understanding. Picture this: you're in a meeting at work, and a colleague seems unusually quiet. Instead of assuming they're just disinterested, you take a moment to check in with them later. You might discover they're dealing with something difficult, and your support could make a big difference. This small act of empathy can build stronger relationships and a more supportive environment. Think about a time when you were stuck in traffic, getting increasingly frustrated. Now, imagine instead considering that maybe the person in the car ahead is having a tougher day than you. Perhaps they're rushing to a hospital or coming from a stressful job interview. By putting yourself in their shoes, you can transform your irritation into compassion, making the experience more bearable. This doesn't just apply to strangers. Practicing empathy with friends and family can also enhance your relationships. Picture a friend snapping at you out of the blue. Instead of reacting defensively, you consider what might be going on in their life that you don't know about. By responding with kindness and understanding, you open the door for meaningful dialogue and healing. Here's a humorous example. Imagine you're at a cafe, and the barista accidentally gives you the wrong order. Instead of getting upset, you laugh it off and think, well, maybe they needed that extra coffee more than I did. This light-hearted empathy not only diffuses potential tension, but also spreads a bit of joy and understanding. Think about the story of a famous Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, who taught that we should listen more than we speak. Imagine applying this in a conversation where you're tempted to interrupt with your own story. Instead, you focus on truly listening and understanding the other person's perspective. This empathetic approach can make the other person feel valued and heard, strengthening your connection. Consider the analogy of a mirror. Just as a mirror reflects whatever stands before it, empathy allows us to reflect the emotions and experiences of others, creating a sense of shared humanity. Imagine a coworker who seems out of sorts. Instead of ignoring them, you offer a kind word or a listening ear. This simple act can brighten their day and remind them they're not alone. Empathy doesn't always have to be serious. Picture yourself at a party, and someone spills a drink all over themselves. Instead of looking away awkwardly, you share a laugh with them, making a potentially embarrassing situation lighter and more bearable. This playful empathy can turn mishaps into moments of connection and camaraderie. So, the next time you encounter someone who seems to be struggling, whether a stranger or a friend, take a moment to practice empathy. Put yourself in their shoes, offer a kind word, or lend a helping hand. By doing so, you'll not only make their day a little brighter, but also find that your own life is enriched with deeper, more meaningful connections. Empathy is a simple yet powerful tool that can transform everyday interactions into opportunities for kindness and understanding, making the world a better place for everyone. The 18th lesson involves seeking inner peace. Imagine you are on a serene beach, the sound of gentle waves lapping at the shore. This picturesque setting represents the inner peace that Stoicism encourages us to cultivate. Inner peace is not about escaping life's challenges, but about finding calm amidst the chaos. Picture this: you're in the middle of a hectic workday, emails flooding in, deadlines looming. Instead of getting overwhelmed, you take a moment to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and center yourself. This small act can help you stay grounded and focused, no matter how chaotic things get around you. Let's add a bit of humor. Imagine you're trying to meditate at home, but the neighbor's dog is barking incessantly. Instead of getting frustrated, you smile and think, well, this is just another lesson in patience. By maintaining a sense of humor, you can find peace even in less than ideal circumstances. Think about the Stoic practice of negative visualization, where you imagine things going wrong to prepare yourself emotionally. Picture yourself stuck in a traffic jam, visualizing everything from a flat tire to a car breaking down. When neither happens, the traffic jam suddenly seems much less stressful. This mental exercise helps build resilience and inner peace by lowering our expectations of perfect outcomes. Consider the analogy of a storm. Just as a tree with deep roots can withstand strong winds, seeking inner peace helps you stay steady during life's storms. Imagine you're dealing with a difficult boss. Instead of letting their criticism get to you, you remind yourself that your worth is not determined by one person's opinion. By rooting yourself in inner peace, you remain calm and composed regardless of external pressures. Think about the story of a monk who was often interrupted during meditation by noisy children playing outside. Instead of getting annoyed, he invited the children to join him, teaching them to meditate. This turned a potential disturbance into a moment of connection and learning. Similarly, by embracing life's interruptions with grace, we can find inner peace even amidst noise and chaos. Picture this funny scenario. You're on a yoga retreat, and during a peaceful session, someone accidentally lets out a loud snore. Instead of feeling annoyed, everyone bursts into laughter. This shared humor brings a sense of camaraderie and lightens the mood, reminding us that inner peace can coexist with life's imperfections. Imagine you're out for a walk in nature, focusing on the sounds of birds and the rustling leaves. This mindful presence helps you connect with the world around you and find peace within. Even in busy urban settings, you can practice this by tuning into small details like the rhythm of your footsteps or the breeze on your face. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed or distracted, take a moment to seek inner peace. Whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, humor, or simply being present, these practices can help you navigate life's challenges with a calm and steady mind. Embrace the pursuit of inner peace, and you'll discover a reservoir of strength and serenity that helps you thrive no matter what comes your way. The 19th lesson involves leading by example. Imagine you're at a gym, and you see someone lifting weights with perfect form, inspiring others around them to improve their technique. Stoicism teaches us the power of leading by example, demonstrating virtues through our actions to inspire and uplift those around us. Think about a time when you saw someone handle a tough situation with grace and calm. Their behavior likely influenced you to approach your own challenges with a similar mindset. Picture this: you're in a stressful meeting at work, and instead of losing your cool, you stay composed and focused. Your colleagues notice and begin to mirror your calm demeanor, creating a more productive and positive environment. Let's add a humorous twist. Imagine you're trying to get your family to eat healthier, but everyone loves pizza and ice cream. Instead of nagging, you start making delicious, healthy meals for yourself. Slowly but surely, your family gets curious and starts trying your dishes, eventually enjoying them. This light-hearted approach to leading by example can make positive changes in a fun and engaging way. Think about the story of Hercules, a famous figure in Greek mythology, who completed 12 incredible labors. While we might not be slaying hydras or cleaning stables, we can inspire others through our perseverance and dedication. Imagine you're training for a marathon, and your friends are amazed by your commitment. They might feel motivated to set their own fitness goals, following your lead. This ripple effect of positive actions can influence others to make better choices in their own lives. Consider the analogy of a lighthouse. Just as a lighthouse stands tall, guiding ships safely to shore, leading by example means being a beacon of integrity and virtue for others to follow. Picture yourself in a team project, where everyone is feeling overwhelmed. By staying organized, offering help, and maintaining a positive attitude, you guide your team through the challenges, showing them the way forward. Your example not only boosts morale, but also cultivates a culture of cooperation and resilience. Here's a funny story. Imagine you're trying to teach your child the importance of tidiness, but their room looks like a tornado just hit. Instead of scolding, you start cleaning your own space meticulously. Seeing your clean and organized room, your child might feel inspired to tidy up their own. They might even turn it into a game, racing to see who can clean up faster. This playful approach to leading by example can make learning new habits enjoyable. Think about the impact of famous leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, who led India to independence through peaceful protest. His philosophy of non-violence and leading by example inspired millions and changed the course of history. While we might not all be leading nations, we can influence our communities, workplaces, and families through our actions and values. Imagine volunteering at a local shelter. Your kindness and dedication can inspire others to join the cause, amplifying the positive impact on your community. So, the next time you want to inspire change, remember the power of leading by example. Whether it's through maintaining composure in stressful situations, adopting healthy habits, or demonstrating kindness and integrity, your actions can influence and uplift those around you. Embrace this lesson with humor and grace, and you'll find that leading by example not only enhances your own life, but also creates a ripple effect of positivity and growth in the lives of others. In summary, these Stoic life lessons offer a roadmap to a more resilient, peaceful, and fulfilling life. From embracing the present moment to practicing gratitude, managing emotions, and leading by example, each lesson provides practical wisdom that can transform how we navigate life's ups and downs. Imagine incorporating these teachings into your daily routine, finding strength in adversity, and joy in simplicity. By focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't, you unlock a sense of freedom and empowerment that is truly life-changing. Remember, it's not about perfection but progress. As you begin to apply these principles, you'll notice small shifts in your mindset and actions, leading to greater inner peace and resilience. So, take a deep breath, embrace the journey, and start living with the wisdom of the Stoics. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more life-changing content. Keep striving to be the best version of yourself, and remember, the power to change your life is within you.